Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Knowledge. I just want to drop a little bit of knowledge once again, unusually, on the understanding of what I meant by dropping your perception and getting rid of your perception. This is what I meant. Your perception is the most biased thing there is, naturally, because it's based on your experience, exposure, and education, specifically based on you. So therefore, your level of experience, exposure, and education is based on obviously those three things. However, yours is different from the next person's, and the next person is different from yours. Therefore, using your version of perception to understand the way the world is totally wrong and biased, because you have a skewed version of what you are seeing versus what actually is. Now, to take it back to not even being a spiritual or religious, not even being a religious, I should say, or even spiritual, but just a common fact that regardless of what your level of spirituality or religiousness is, everybody can commonly agree that Adam or Adam was the first man who was on earth, correct? However, that man did not have any prior education, experience, or exposure to what was going on. So what did he have to do? He had to deal exactly with the world as it presented itself. No preconceived notions, no false expectations, or anything of that nature. He dealt with it exactly how it was. That's what we need to do, people, when we're living in this world right here. That allows us to realize that we are actually 10 toes down, we're actually breathing, we're actually conscious. The thoughts and decisions and actions that we think of, carry out, and execute are ours and ours totally alone, regardless of what any external forces or words might be presented upon us. Because no matter what anybody says or does, you are still the only person that makes that decision to act regardless of what it is, to think regardless of what it is. Nobody else can do those things but you. Now, when you're presenting your perspective on the world and out there and how things are, you're not only disrespecting yourself by closing yourself off to new educations, experiences, and exposures because you are stuck in your own little world of those three things, but also you are doing a disservice to anyone else that you might run across, because one, you're projecting yourself, your own self-conscious fears and everything else like that upon the other person, as well as they're projecting upon yourself. And therefore, you both are missing out on that exact moment, the experience that you're supposed to be taking in, experiencing, and learning from at that point in time. That's all this is all about. Your perception is used at the end of the day, when you're sitting down in those quiet times in the end of the night, in those hours of dusk. That's when you sit back and reflect by using your previous experience, your education, and your exposures to analyze, understand, and justify what you've just been through in the actions of the day. See, when you get rid of your perception, it's the same thing as when you drop your pride. Because then you realize who you truly are versus who you're projecting and who you want people to think who you are. See, most people think that being strong is having a strong mental health. My mental health is strong. I'm never sad. Yeah, right. You're a fucking loser. Because here's the thing, guys. When everything's going just like this, that's a flat line on the EKG machine. Your heart's not pumping, you're not living, because everything's flat. You have no moments of greatness, no moments of rise, moments of great achievement at that peak right there, of great achievement, where you're at the peak, and then you might start slipping and you fall down. But you catch yourself and come back up. You fall down, and things might level off for a second. But then you come back up. So when you look at it, it's the beating of a heart. It's life. If you don't get rid of your perception, you're missing out on a lot of life. Open yourself, realize, see the world which you live in for what it is, and then become what you want. Knowledge out.